What's up YouTube? It's Big Fish here with another reaction video. Today we're back with the lovely ladies at the View. Of course I gotta use an image because they will copyright me and block me as soon as I upload the video. They don't care no more. Disney don't care no more. But before we get into the video talking about Al Green, he was a plumb fool. So was all the other Democrats there holding signs and using a whiteboard. It's a part of their freedom of speech. They can do whatever they please, but they just looking stupid. And then now they're doing stupid TikTok trends and all kind of dumb things. But outside of that, let's talk about the House censors Rep Al Green for heckling Trump.
So on Tuesday, Texas Congressman Al Green was booted from the chamber for protesting Trump's joint address to Congress. Watch.
We won the popular vote by big numbers and won counties in our country.
Look at Mike Johnson. What's up with her face?
Mr. Green, take your seat.
Yes.
Take your seat, sir.
Them USA chants were
Remove this gentleman from the
magic.
So, after there were calls for the House to censure him over this, he made his case the next day. Take a look at that.
The president indicated that he had a mandate. I said to the president, you do not have a mandate to cut Medicaid. I have constituents who...
I'm getting so tired of this Democrats saying the same old thing. They're not cutting Medicaid. They're not cutting Medicare. They're not cutting Social Security. Stop saying it. This propaganda isn't going to work. You're trash. You're just mad because you're not going to win the election in the next 20,000 years.
need Medicaid. They will suffer and some will die if they don't get Medicaid. I heard the speaker when he said that I should cease. I did not, and I did not with intentionality.
But the speaker, also known as Mike Johnson, wasn't hearing it. Now, this is what he said about that. Watch.
They take no pleasure in making history like this. I want us to have proper decorum. I want us to maintain really the great tradition of this institution, and these things do damage to it, and I'm sorry that it happened.
What about an insurrection?
Me
Does
too.
that do damage to the institution? So yesterday, the House voted to censure Green, which inspired this show of unity from some Democrats. Watch this.
Representative Al Green be censured with public reading of this resolution.
I'm so tired of all these people who are making over six figures acting like they slaves, singing these old slaves. Like y'all are not, y'all want to be slaves so bad, but y'all making six figures. Stop. Go sit your dumb selves down. Y'all not doing anything but making your party look more stupid than it already is. I don't even need to talk about the things they're over here defending as a party. But doing this, y'all are not slaves.
Resolution by the Speaker.
I want to take that cane out of his hand so bad.
Oh, you like that, huh? It's touching. But it didn't unite
It's
them all
fake.
because 10 Democrats voted to censure Green.
And those 10 Democrats were some of the smartest people because he acted damn fool showing his tail.
Want a list of the 10?
Do you want to hear their names?
Yes, I do.
Why go after them, too? Go after the
Because
Republicans.
they don't know how to fight and be part of an opposition party. Representative Green gave them the example. The Democrats are not meeting the moment. It is very clear that Medicaid is on the table. It is very clear that Social Security is on the table. It is very clear that people will die. The baby boomers, the civil rights generation, they knew what they had to do. They were willing to fight and die for their rights. This generation of Congress, they are not meeting the moment. This is an existential crisis.
Isn't her husband almost about to be a felon? Isn't his practice, his institute, his his building being shut down. What does she know about a extradental threat? Dang, I can't even say it. What does she know about that? I swear that's their favorite word. That, fascism, what else? There's so many words that they've been using over and over again that's going to make my head hurt if I hear it. Look at Alyssa over there smiling. She like, this got to be a effing joke.
And also, I might point out, some of them are from the most liberal states like New York, Hawaii, California.
They should be ashamed of themselves.
Okay,
They should have all walked out with him.
And three are from districts.
Here's a question. Where was all this talk about decorum from Republicans when Marjorie Taylor Greene was screaming at Biden? Okay.
Damn, she was read out.
Now, you want to hear who they are? I'm going to read them. Amy Berra, Ed Case, Jim Costa, Lauren Gillen, Jim Himes.
Damn,
Jim
still can't say it.
Himes. I would never have thought that. Chrissy Houlihan, Marcy Kaptur, Jared Moskowitz. What?
Yeah.
Marie Glusenkamp Perez from Washington, and Tom Suozzi.
I think, respectfully, though, there's a lot of people who saw the outburst differently, including Democrats, which was, if you're going to protest and be an opposition party, do it with intentionality and make sure it works. Holding up signs, it's protesting, like, are they being advised by people who use, like, Windows 98? It's
All fair in comment. Damn, Alyssa looking sexy today. Let's go ahead and continue.
Outdated, inconsistent.
About Green.
But to his point, I get his point on Medicaid, but this mandate point, if Democrats are going to keep arguing, we only lost by X million of votes, that is not the winning message you guys think that it is.
He doesn't have a
But
mandate.
also, can I just tell you what Suozzi said, why he voted?
How many votes do you need win by to have a mandate?
This is Suozzi's, he's a New York guy, by the way.
Yeah.
Both parties must hold themselves to the same standards we expect from the other side. See, they're going to a gunfight with a knife, as they say.
Therein lies the problem, you see.
Yeah.
Look, I like civility in Congress. And I think that when you are in Congress, we are not at a WWE wrestling match. This is not the House of Commons. This is the U.S. Capitol. The problem is that this is not happening in a vacuum. We all remember when Joe Wilson, the Republican congressman, stood up against Barack Obama giving a State of the Union and called him a liar.
Said you lied.
We saw...
He later then called Barack Obama, said his apology, and they squared it off like man. Al Green's not going to call Trump and say, I'm sorry. Okay. Whatever.
We saw Marjorie Taylor Greene, Lauren Boebert, the congressional hearings lately have devolved into shouting matches that are shameful. And frankly, like you, I have...
But the difference when they told them to shut up and be quiet, they did. They didn't just stand up and just keep going on and on. Like, bro, sit down. We have other better things to get to than hear your stinky A breath. You probably ain't doing nothing for your district anyways.
Have a really hard time being lectured by Republicans who are trying to whitewash and rewrite history, because if you didn't stand up against Donald Trump's pardon of 1,500 insurrectionists who have violated the Capitol like no other time.
I know we're not talking about pardons. I'm not even about to repeat it. We already know what Biden did with his pardons.
In history, then you don't have the right to clutch your pearls and be all outraged
but they don't care.
over a member of Congress standing up.
Yeah, but my bigger outrage is every one of those elected officials in that room was put there because of voters. They have a job to do, and what they keep doing is not doing their job. Censures are like a slap on the wrist, and all they want to do is it was him, it was her, it was this. They fight against each other rather than work with one another. We send them there to make legislation, to move the ball forward. Right now, we have an impending government shutdown coming up. That's coming up. 70,000 jobs at the VA. Military aid and intelligence sharing to Ukraine was just suspended. Those are problems that people care about. Stop fighting like little wieners in D.C. and start answering to your constituents.
I'm chilling.
That we talk about, do we want it? Who voted? Who?
Nah. She called him Weenie Hut Juniors. I'm done.
This is all pathetic.
But doesn't the Republican Party, isn't that the party in charge of all these problems?
Censorship is a stupid thing that I called out when they said. Yeah, well, that's what I'm talking about.
I'm talking about the cuts, the VA cuts. Isn't that the Republican Party?
What I'm saying is get the work done. There's legislation.
Right here in this last part of the segment, they're all on a whole different page. Well, at least Sunny is. Sunny's on a whole different page. I think Alyssa's trying to agree with Sarah, I believe her name is. And then here come Anna talking Joy. She don't know what the heck is going on as usual. Look at her. She look lost.
Stop singing in there, stop holding up signs, stop censoring the left and then the right and then screaming at each other. You're
Censoring,
feckless.
2 different words.
I don't care. You're feckless. And what they're not doing is having more fun fighting with each other, putting on their partisan jerseys, than they are representing the constituents that voted them there.
And the votes will be there, the support will be there if they have a message that resonates with their constituents. And I want to play a quick clip, and it's no disrespect to Hakeem Jeffries, but this is what a losing message looks like.
What's wrong with y'all? We don't need to send paid protesters into your town hall meetings. The American people are with us.
Fire your social.
Oh my gosh. I swear, Hakeem Jeffries got to go. Actually, no. What am I talking about? Hakeem Jeffries can stay. That's supposed to be y'all leader? Boy, he's the worst leader. The off-brand Barack, boy, he is trash.
Social media person, there's no one behind you. Like, make it seem like people are with you. Make it seem like you want to be part of the team. But it seems like it's a lot of sign waving. It's disjointed messages. They can't decide what it is they're rallying around. And like this federal workforce, there are actual cuts that matter, like to the VA, like potentially to Medicaid.
That the Republicans are supporting.
I know, but instead they're messaging never fire a single federal worker.
Let's talk about what the Republicans are doing.
Some people.
Shut up, Sonny. Let her talk. Oh my gosh. Every time Alyssa's trying to make... We understand you got something to say, but we don't care at the moment, Sonny, because you don't really got nothing to say. Stop. So irritating, bro.
You can't shrink government. Talk about the goods and services people won't have if you make these cuts.
I think people have, I think Americans, for me, I worry a lot less about the protests that are going on in Congress, and I care a lot more about the protests that are going on at town halls and in the streets of America. Because I think that if we want to develop a message, we are the ones that have to show up. Don't depend on your elected officials right now. This is going to be bottom up, and we have to make Donald Trump and the Republicans in Congress. We've got to make the Republicans in Congress, who have the power to address all those issues, because they run the House, they run the Senate. We have got to make them more scared of us and losing their seats than they are scared of Donald Trump.
How do you think they're doing at that right now? Because what I would say is they're offering a great distraction.
I actually think you're wrong. I think in the last 2 weeks there has been a shift in political opinion. I think in the last 2 weeks.
Not because the Democrats are doing anything.
That's my point.
We know that George Soros is out here paying these people, and much more, the billionaires on the Democratic side are paying for some of these protests. We've already heard that's been happening. Just like we knew there were leaks inside of Homeland Security, and now we got those two people caught up. It's a wild time for the Democrats. It's not even been 100 days. It's only been a month and almost a month and a half. And they are losing their absolute minds. I have never seen a party go this crazy about one man trying to make America great again, talking about they're destroying relationship with allies. These allies they're talking about, they're not our friends. All they do is depend on our money. That's all they care about. They want to talk crap about us behind our back, but when we come up and say we're taking stuff, they say, oh my God, he's going to destroy us. You already saw Justin Trudeau over there crying. Trump got a whole grown man crying. If you don't get your bitch ass out of here. I'm so tired of all these liberals. I'm so tired of all these Democrats, but whatever. Y'all just keep making y'all party look bad. Keep making these nasty TikToks, trying to do stupid sass bros. Trying to relate to the new generation. Purple haired, ooh, they trash. But go down to the comment section. Tell me how you felt about the video. Hit the like, hit the subscribe. Thank you. Peace.